Okay. Hello, and welcome to the stream. Today is the 5th. I have changed the calendars, and yay, we just got our mail-in ballots in the mail today, my parents and myself. So, because our primary in Georgia is on the 9th, so I will be able to vote via mail. Yay! So that was kind of exciting. But Angelina is here and says, hello. Happy Friday. It is Friday, right? Yes, it is Friday. Like, what day is it today? I have lost sort of, even with the calendar, I just switched it to Friday's date, but you know, all right, so what are we working on today? Today I am going to be, I've gotten kind of tired of marking up the pages in my printout, so I'm going to start typing up and revising the portion that I already have marked up and begin to sort of replace names and things in the new document for the second draft. So that is what I will be doing today. So let me know in the chat what you are working on, but I think I will go ahead and get ready to dive into the first 15-minute sprint, which is always sort of like the first thing. I'm going to be working on a few things today, says Angelina, hopefully getting done a review for your blog. Very nice. Very nice. Voting sounds exciting, yes, or typing up the second draft sounds exciting. Both of them are kind of exciting, yes. Angelina, what is your blog? Feel free to pop it in the chat, because I think, I'm trying to remember if I have visited your blog before. But I can't remember off the top of my head. Alrighty. So yeah. Yes, both are exciting. Yes. Change and getting things to be better, hopefully. That is what we're looking forward to. You found mine yesterday? Oh, good. Yeah, it's been sort of like my procrastination baby. I write for a while and then I don't, and then I, so I am trying to be better about being consistent with the Dawdling Writer blog. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. I do have another one scheduled to go up tomorrow, though. It's all about the analytics for May's word count and the change in the channel. So yeah, so that has been fun, but I still have to edit the video that's going to go up here because I've procrastinated. Yay! Writative, howdy, story folk. Hello, how are you? So yeah, so I will be working on the beginning of draft 2 and sort of revising the parts that I've already marked up for the first chapter, and hopefully getting further than the first chapter, but we'll see. And then after I get tired of editing, I have another project that I would like to do a bit more detail adding for the outline. I'm kind of debating, all the fun stuff for Camp Nano. So I'd like to have the two projects that I can sort of switch between when I get stuck, which is what several people have recommended to me for Camp Nano. So yes. So Angelina says, hello, Writative, and Writative says, hello back. You're very interested to see the analytics. It was pretty astounding. So it's been fun, and it's very much exponential growth in the word count and in the channel growth, although it's still very small. So great. You're great. Awesome. And you just need to get some more editing done. Yay, me too. So with that note, I will put the timer on for 15 minutes, and we will start off with that. Share the screen. Yay. Okay, so first sprint, 15 minutes. Don't forget to have something to drink as you type. And starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okie dokie. I managed to get 270 edited words, which I feel like is pretty good. Very nice. I reconsidered some of the notes that I had left for myself and sort of deleted a lot of the extraneous words. So I feel like they are better words, which is always a pretty nice feeling. How did you guys do? I saw that Keep Faith Baby joined us just after the sprint started. And she's starting off with 86 words today, but that is okay. At least you're not on a blank page. But how did you guys do? I'm rewriting the prologue, and I'm still sort of, because the first line of a book is always what tends to grab a lot of people, and I'm not quite happy with the particular line that I have for the first one. So I'm still sort of turning over in my head how I want that particular line to be improved. But we'll see. I'll sort of shelve that in the back of my brain for now and continue to make some progress. So Life of Angelina, I think you got about 200 words. Very nice. Writative got 530 edited. Yay, that is a really good start. What's my first line? Well, so at the moment, the first line of the prologue is, when gods clash, humans are the ones who pay with their lives. So begins the story of the clash between the twin gods, told every midsummer celebration at the temples of the sun god. That feels like it's... So I originally just had the when gods clash, humans are the ones who pay as sort of like the first line. And I was like, well, but there needs to be a hint that that the following sort of like story that's told every, I don't know, there's too many factors that I want to put in. And so I think it's too long and unwieldy at the moment. And then when I just have the when gods clash, humans are the ones who pay with their lives, that feels a little too generic to me. So I don't know. In some ways, I kind of like the first line for my like main chapter better. And so I may wind up like removing this particular prologue and just having it start with the chapter. But I don't know. I'll make that decision like after a while. Because it just feels a little unwieldy at the moment. And because it's sort of like that's the backstory for the world rather than the backstory leading up to my main character. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm indecisive about it, but I know it's not great. I know it will not catch a lot of people's attentions. And so that's the word choice for the first sentence is often imperative. So yeah, you like the beginning of it and ending with, and so the story ensues. Yeah. And I kind of, I played around with that, but it's like, in some ways, I really want to make sure that people know that this particular version of the story is told from the sun god temple priests, because there's going to be a different version of the story told later by the Dark God priests. So it's interesting. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, you can understand not being happy with the first lines can be hard because you really want that punch to it. Yes. Yes, exactly. Can I put it into multiple sentences? I can. But again, that's sort of like that because a lot of people decide like if just by the first sentence or so, like, oh, does this sound good? Do I want this? Do I not? And so that first sentence needs to be pretty darn strong and interesting. I mean, like as a whole, your whole story, you want each sentence to be captivating and sort of move the story on. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. That's the point of why editing is hard. It's because the word choice, always the word choice. So yeah, but I will come back to that particular sentence a bit later. But yeah, so let's see. I know that Keep Faith Baby is working on, or has been working on, re-editing several chapters that were giving you some trouble. In Writative, I don't know what you are editing. I don't know if you're editing fantasy or romance or mystery or action, or I don't know what you're editing. And Life of Angelina, you were drafting something new. Is that correct? If I'm remembering. My memory is pretty bad, but yeah. So that first sentence I'm not happy with, but as a whole, like I would like to keep the particular like myth, because it is kind of sort of like the folktale or the myth of the two gods, the two different versions. I want to have those included because a lot of the conflict, or sort of like the main bit of conflict in the story deals with the two factions of the religion, and so it's interesting. So you finished editing your story, and now you're working on a Victorious fan fiction. Okay, nice. And Writative is also writing fantasy. Yay! Fantasy is just fun. It's just fun, and the escapism in it is always kind of what I love about fantasy, even though I'm writing like a continental level conflict into it. So on Wednesday, you were drafting a new story, but you don't know if you're going to have time to work on that during the sprint. Got a big to-do list. Okay. All right. So you are just in general being productive. All right. Sounds good. So with that in mind, shall we do another sprint? And are you guys okay with like a 25? Or do you want to do like a 20 or a funky time? Let me know. I will do the reset for the timer so that I can actually type in a number. Yeah. My mom reminded me, she was like, do you remember all of your editing shorthand notes? How you're supposed to, when you need to capitalize things, when you need to insert something. I'm like, yes, mother. I remember those. She was the one who would always edit my academic papers. Like after I would do my first edit, be like, Mom, check my grammar. Because she's always been very much sort of a grammar and punctuation maven. And so she's sort of like my go-to, like, can you edit this for me? But this is too rough. I still need to do my edits, and then I will give it to her for much better editing. But yeah, I had to do that. Yes, I know. The 3 lines underneath it means to capitalize it. So You are always a child in front of your parents. Always. So you always thought you didn't like fantasy, but now you've learned that you do in fact like it. Something between 20 and 25. Sure. How about 2332? Maven is a great word. Yes, it is. Absolutely. It is a fun word. Share the screen. Alrighty. So this will be the second writing sprint. 2332. Don't forget to save your document if you are working on something that does not automatically save. And 2332, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Okie dokie. That was the end of the second writing sprint. Forgot the B in ambitious. There we go. So let's see. I need to do a little bit of math there. Yeah, 522 words edited that time. That time felt much better, I think. And I think I may have figured out a better first line. Maybe. So instead of when gods clash, humans are the ones who pay with their lives, I think I might go with the sun god was the rightful heir to the sky throne, or so his priests said. Because that implies that there is a conflict there. So I think maybe that would be a better line, a better opening line. So yeah, how did you guys do? Let's see. Keep faith, baby. You're almost done with the chapter you were working on, you think. I hope that is the case. I hope that it is not at all like the chapter 11 that I had that was so many scenes long. Let's see. Final count 505, and you started with 86 words. Nice. Very good. Very good. Angelina wrote double the words and made a thumbnail for tomorrow's video. Nice. Very nice. Keep faith, baby. You need a couple more words to finish your chapter, and then you're going to start chapter 6. Yay! Life of Angelina, you like that better. Me too. I think it leaves the implication obvious enough that you know there's something suspicious going on without having to beat you over the head with it. Right, Tiv, 760 words. Wow, very nice. You really like that line better. Good. Makes you want to know why. Yay. Angelica Sassy, hello. Welcome. Some of us are editing, some of us are drafting, some of us are just being productive in general. So I am currently editing for draft 2, or revising the edits I have. So typing up draft 2 is what I'm doing. How many sprints are there going to be? I will be here until 3 o'clock, so for another hour. So yes, so if you need to pop out and get some lunch, that's fine. And I will be here for another hour. So yay. But yes, so I think I like this first line better. And I think it's better than what I would have for a first line if I just deleted the whole prologue and went with just chapter 1. So I'm glad that works out because I really wanted to keep this little myth in there. So yeah. So I feel like that is a much better line. The sun god was the rightful heir to the sky throne, or so his priests said. Dun, dun, dun. Something suspicious is happening. So, which is very true because that's how I wanted it to be. Those suspicious gods, they can't keep their hands off the mortal realms. Shame on them. Alrighty. So I am now done with editing of the prologue, and I can move on to the actual chapter 1, which is fantastic. Progress! Yay! Alrighty, how long should we sprint for sprint number 3? Let me know how long you want to go. Are you interested in doing another funky time or a 25-minute, 20-minute, or if you want to do short sprints, we can. see. Get my timer reset so that I can type in however long we decide to go. I'm kind of inclined to do something like 25-ish. Am I going to participate in Camp Nano? I believe I am, yes. So I have if you want to add me as a writing buddy on the NaNoWriMo website, it's my username or handle is just the Dawdling Writer. So I should be pretty easy to find there. So if you feel like you want to add me on Nano, you can. I think I went in yesterday or the day before and updated my projects. So I have the Project Gray 2, which will be the sequel to this particular project that I'm working on. And I also have another like light and fluffy project that I kind of want to do. So I will be switching between those two for Camp Nano. So yeah. So Hannah popped in. Hello. That is fine if you are late, as long as you want to come and be productive. Life of Angelina says 25 works for you. Alrighty, let's do a 25 then for the third writing sprint. And maybe I might get a good bit of this. Well, this is a much longer scene, but I will get at least some of it done, edited and redrafted in much better words. So, yay. Share the screen. Hello, Alley Cat. Welcome. We are about to start a sprint. So I hope you have something to hydrate you. I hope you have your software open or your paper and pencil or pen, whatever you are writing with. Or even if you are doing dictation. I don't know what everybody writes with or uses. I think a lot of people use software, but yeah. So let's see. Writative says hello to everyone who just popped in. Alrighty, so third writing sprint. And hopefully I will get into all of the loveliness that is the hero and main character's status quo, which is a not very decent status quo, but it is his current lot in life. So I get to write that again. And hopefully better this time. All right. So starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okie dokie. How did we do on that one? Let's see. I got 336 edited words that time in the first scene of chapter 1. 336. I think that's what I said. Yes. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Where were we in the chat? Relative was responding to Alicat, saying, I'm doing pretty well considering it's 2020. Yeah, that is a caveat that I think we are all going to be saying this year. So, yes. Allie popped in. Life of Angelina got a bit distracted looking at the book launch planner. Yes, I've got mine, but I don't have it all filled out yet because I didn't want to set a release date, which is sort of like one of the first things you have to plan is figure out when your deadline is and then fill up the space in between there. Because I didn't really know how long it was going to take me to do this first round of edits. So I think once I'm done with this first round of edits, I will feel more comfortable setting a release date goal for myself. But yeah. So Keep Faith Baby finished the 5th chapter. Woohoo! You're working on the 6th one now. Nice. You forgot it's Friday. Yep. Tomorrow is All Souls Day in Bulgaria. Oh, nice. Okay. And Hannah wants to know what All Souls Day is like in Bulgaria. Is that kind of like All Hallows Eve or Halloween Eve type of historical or Day of the Dead type thing? Life of Angelina got a few words shy of 500. Very nice. Hannah got 447. Very nice. Allie started work on editing a YouTube video. Yeah, I have to do that after this stream. I have to edit the video that I want to go up tomorrow because I've been procrastinating it. It's because I filmed it with my my nice camera, my DSLR, but I think I have something wrong in the settings for the frame rate because when I entered the last time when I imported it to the like Davinci editing software, it didn't do the frame rate conversion that it normally does, and so then there was like a lag, and so I couldn't tell if it was a lag between like a time difference between the audio and the visual, or if the visual kept skipping. And I thought it looked like the visual kept skipping. That's why I've been filming just on my webcam. But I would like to use my nice camera. So yeah, I kind of don't want to open it and find out that I have to refilm it. That's why I've been putting it off. But yeah, so Alley Cat edited about a page or so. Very nice. Writative got 510. Keep Faith Baby wants to know who is joining Camp Nano. Me. My writer buddy name, if you want to add me, is just the Dawdling Writer. Alley Cat is also joining. Hannah is also joining. So if you want a writing buddy, or if you want people to add you, feel free to type your NaNoWriMo name in the chat and we can all add each other. Life of Angelina says, hopefully me. Okay, Keep Faith Baby says, All Souls Day in Bulgaria is kind of like Day of the Dead, but it happens 2 or 3 times a year. It's kind of nice rather than like just having one day where you sort of remember those who have passed, and sort of have that kind of moment where you just kind of pause and you arrange things so that you have the time to think about them and all they meant to you. It's kind of nice that it's more than one day a year. So Allie has not decided if you want to do Keep Camp Nano or not. Your writing always sucks if you try to rush it. Yeah, what I wrote during NaNoWriMo, November was not great, but it did sort of help me get off my butt. But I have heard that with Camp Nano, you can kind of set your word count to whatever. So I think I'm just going to set a lower word count and just deal with that. Yeah, so Keep Faith Baby Writative is also joining, but is setting your goals very, very low. Keep Faith Baby, your parents are going to your mom's village to visit the graveyard, and they went to the city's graveyard today. Okay, nice. Procrastination is my arch nemesis. Yes, same. Hannah wants to know, Keep Faith Baby, if you have specific ceremonies or things that you do each time, or if like there's, is there a certain food that you cook? I don't know. I need to do some research. It sounds interesting. Yes, Alley Cat agrees. You usually go to the graveyard, give your neighbors food in loving memory of the deceased. Yes, very nice. Nano buddy system kind of confuses me. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of times NaNoWriMo buddies kind of are just, you can send each other messages, but like it's not really intuitive. I think it's NaNoWriMo.com, not, oh, it is org. Yeah. Maybe. I'm just getting kind of like a gray screen. There we go. So yes, NaNoWriMo.org in answer to Keep Faith Baby. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if you can even create like a group chat type thing. But yes, so feel free to add me and let's see. Accept Hannah's invitation. Yes. Yay. So Hannah says that the Bulgarian Day of the Dead sounds interesting. Definitely nice that you have those days to remember. Yeah. Okay, if it's the .org, then your username should be the same as here. Okay. Yeah, it's not. And I don't really remember because I didn't spend very much intensive time on NaNoWriMo when it was the previous website. I had only gone on there once or twice and never really spent much time on the forums or any of that kind of stuff. So I don't really have like a huge opinion about, if this is worse than what it used to. I started it when it was the new one, essentially. So we could set up a Discord server or something if you want a group chat. Not sure how well Nano is working this time around. If you want to set up a Discord channel, then feel free and we can all hop on there when it comes time. I do not know how to do that. So I don't know. Let's see if we can share the screen with Nano. Let's see. Keep Faith Baby, if that is the right spelling, that does not seem to be your username. What if we just do Keep Faith? Or space it out? Don't know. Okay. Wheel. Mine is just the Dawdling Writer if you want to find me. And then be buddies. I don't know. Allie says, the previous Nano website was much easier to use in your opinion, but the new site looks nice. It bugs you that you have to set a word count goal rather than like a page count goal or something. Yeah, I'm not sure. You will do you'll do the goal and your project is closer to the time. Okay. Let's see. Beth Votaw has made a Discord server just for general chat. We can make a new channel on that one. Okay, great. w.s.moy is your username, including the dots. Alrighty. Shall we find you then? Yay. Hello. Send the invitation. Excellent. You can't seem to find me either. Interesting. Try it without the spaces. Maybe that would work. I don't know if... Yeah, try it just typing the Dawdling writer as one shenanigan. Yeah, okay. That's what it is. Should be without the spaces then. No spaces. Keep Faith Baby wants to do a chapter goal rather than page numbers. Yeah, I wish we could adjust that, but I guess you could, instead of, if you just wrote, I don't know how many chapters you have. So if you had like 30 chapters, you could set it as 30 words and then just have a word represent a chapter. Although that might be confusing. I'm not sure. I don't know. Yay! Your username is Allie_Ernest on Nano. Alrighty. Let's see if I can find you. There you are. Yay. Excellent. So we should have some more buddies then. Do you like how they have minute goals for the camps? Yeah. I did not use that for the regular Nano. I don't know if that was a portion of what you could do for Nano or not. I'm still sort of trying to figure out all the things. But yeah, so I do have let's see, what do I have? I've done my favorites. I've said that I'm prepping for Project Gray 2. I have, is this me or is this you? This is me. Interesting. Okay. So I guess it's just showing who else has won these particular badges. But yes, I do not have, hey, how come I don't have that? I did that. It's confusing. And apparently I don't have any of these badges anymore, which I should. I don't know. Anyway, but yes, so I have the former project, then I have my fun project and my Project Gray 2. So yeah. You sent me a request. Alrighty. And you can set it to 30,000. So 50,000 is the typical for, or you can kind of set it to whatever you want. 50,000 is the typical for November NaNoWriMo. But if you want to do whatever many thousands of words for that. All right. Accept. Accept. Yay. Yeah, I'm not sure why it has how it orders all these. I don't know. It's confusing. So I've just been kind of like, okay, all right, we can do whatever. So yeah, so I have my 3 projects that I am currently working on. So yay. You're getting here right at the end. Oh, well, yes, feel free to watch the replay. We do have another 15 minutes, so we should probably stop fussing around on the NaNoWriMo site and do another sprint. But if you want to add us on NaNoWriMo for camp, feel free. We have been mentioning our usernames in the chat, and mine is just the Dawdling Writer without any spaces. So yeah. So yay. All right, so I will switch the screen share and we will do, how about a 10-minute to wind up, and then we can chat for a little bit more, and then we can head off to do whatever it is else that we have on our to-do list for the day. Alrighty, so last sprint, 10-minute timer, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Did I have myself unmuted that whole time? Oh, well. Sorry if you heard my clacky keyboard then. Let's see. Keep Faith Baby wanted to know how you log words that you've added to a project, and Allie was kind enough to give instructions. So let's see if I can bring that up real quick. So if you go to NaNoWriMo My Stats, and then right up here, you can choose between your projects. So one that you've already finished, down here on the left-hand side where you see progress updates, there is a little add new update button where you can change the date and however many words that you did then. So that is how you do for a project that you already started in a previous event. If, like me, you have selected to do this particular project to be associated with this coming camp, you cannot update the progress on it until the months, the like time for the event comes around. Although I'm not sure if this one, yeah, apparently I can't. I associated that one with camp as well. So yeah, but I think you can also, maybe you can't change it. I don't know. But yeah. So I have my lovely projects. Let's see. Yes, it's in stats. Yep. So Right to Have fought with the same 20 words that whole time. Oh no! And you lost that time, but you will eventually get it. I believe in you. It will eventually get better. Just like how I talked with y'all about the first opening line. That was something that I had been wrestling with for several months, knowing that I didn't have it right. And then just today, it finally popped into my head, being like, hi, this is better. So it will happen. Let's see, you forgot to mute one sprint this morning on your own screen, so everyone was graced with your Attack on Titan soundtrack playing. Oh no! Well, you know, it's a nice soundtrack, but you know, forget about monetizing that one. So, Grapefry got 195 that time. Allie got 226. Nice. And you'll go back to your video editing after the stream. Yeah, I cannot do anything else while I edit and upload because my computer cannot handle it. So yeah, that is definitely also a must for me. Let's see. What am I currently at for the stream? So I've gotten 1,263 for the stream. 1,263 minus, and what did I have last time? 793. So I added another 470 that time. Very nice. Very nice. I will take it. Is that right? It's probably not. I'll have to figure it out. Math is not my strong point, but that does not look right. Anyway, I will figure it out once I end the stream, but that is okay. Let's see. You started working on your Bujo spread for next week. Very nice. I have, I've already set up my weeks because I like to do them. So I've got my monthly spread, which is pretty darn colorful, and they have llama stickers. I thought that was so cute. And then I've got the more llama stickers. There we go. And when I'm going live and whatnot. So I've got those for June. So I change the color every week. Just I have a main color, which this time is that sort of orangey gold yellow. And then I've got my second quarter and third quarter what I've done, what I've actually done, sort of review, and my goal for the third quarter. So I've got that set up. And then I just have a page for camp. So yeah, that is what my bullet journal currently looks like. I've been trying to do a couple more sort of like fun spreads and just kind of add things. And then I have my analysis for my weekly numbers for the month-long experiment that I did. And then I've got a penciled in sort of trying to figure out what everybody's streaming schedule is for writing sprints and stuff. And then I have like all my colored pencils and markers and like which color combos I like, because I'm really crappy at that. Then one of my favorite things to do is I do a smear test for my black pens. So I write and then I just like smear them because I want to know if I touch it with my hand, which I am very liable to do, how far will it smear? And then I have all of my washi tape, which is far too many. And I never actually get to use them. And then one of the other things I always check is my pen on what my white and metallic pens, what they look like on the different black pens that I've got. So I'm trying to figure out better ways to use my bullet journal than I had been. And then I've been actually like mostly keeping up with my daily writing spread, and like my blog and my YouTube were very much dead at the beginning of this year. So I'm trying to make a better attempt at actually using my bullet journal for lots of different things. I've got a spread for recommended products and services that people on AuthorTube and other people in my life recommend. So yeah, so I've got some things in my bullet journal that I like. And then I got those llama stickers at the Dollar Tree. Like, shockingly enough, I got them at the Dollar Tree. So where is the package? Where's it? So it's 278 stickers, and they've got like llama not drama. They've got cute little sunglasses. They have cactuses, and you know, they're really cute, but they're that's like super slick. They're not matte, which means that you have to write on them with a Sharpie or some sort of alcohol marker, and then like do not touch them until it completely dries, which I used them on some of the smaller ones, and I was writing video and I smeared it, and so yay for smeared ink. Thank you. I try. I've tried to make it at least entertaining for me because I hate just having to-do lists. So I mean, I like making to-do lists, but I hate it when it's like that's the only thing in there. So trying to make a schedule for write-ins next week. Yeah. This is one of the Exceed notebooks from Walmart because I'm a cheap girl, but also because it was way thicker than like some of the ones on Amazon. And I think it was like maybe $9 for the book, like $8 or $9. It was pretty cheap. But it's one of the Exceed brand, which is just like Walmart's new brand name. Yes, Dollar Tree, definitely. You tried making a bullet journal once. It did not work well. It was very messy since art and creating stuff. Well, the whole thing about the bullet journal was that it was originally not supposed to be artsy. Like the original bullet journal is supposed to be very minimalist, very task-oriented. And when creatives got a hold of it, it became something completely different. So yeah, there are certain things in here that I keep pretty minimal. like my vision board for like was just 3 words. And like I always keep the sort of like graph thing that I think Amanda Rachel Lee suggested. And then I have a very, very minimal like future log, which is really just to me like birthdays. Because if I have the month things for later, then who cares? Like I don't need like 18,000 calendars. So, you know, there's parts of the bullet journal community that like I very much envy all their artistic endeavors, but I realistically know that I'm not going to sit there and do the time. And my artistic skills, I can't draw a llama to save my life. But I will buy a sticker and put it on, you know. So yeah. Used to have a Save Your Drama for the Llama poster in your classroom. Yeah, well, that National Sarcasm Society used to be in my classroom. And then when we moved, I brought it with me because I was like, I can't leave this behind. This is going up in the next classroom. And then coronavirus happened. Love the dollar store. Yes, very much so. They have a lot of stationery and candles that you love. Yes. I typically don't buy this. I have bought in the past, they're like little spiral notepads for like grocery lists, but their paper is so thin that no matter what ink you use, it bleeds. And so I tend not to use their notepads for anything other than things like grocery lists. Yeah. Yeah, you just make it work. You find a way. And my there's a whole bunch of people that they prefer like the vertical layout, which I can't stand. So I never do it. So my horizontal layouts, that's what I'm used to because that's how the school agendas that we got used to. School used to provide us with agendas so that we could write down our homework and whatnot. And so they always had the horizontal layouts. And so that's what I'm used to. And that's just what I prefer now. And I understand that if people have a very busy schedule, they like to have the vertical layout so they can do the times and whatnot. But I can't do that. So, you know, you kind of gave up on yours. Yeah. Art can definitely fit into the crafty things. Like the ones that are sort of like more like the art journals where they like rip like the fancy cardstock that you would use for scrapbooking and glue those on, and I can't do that. I'm washi tape, markers, and stickers. That's good for me. You might have to go Bujo shopping tomorrow. Most of your supplies are in your dorm room. Are you not, I guess are you home for the weekend or for the Day of the Dead? Or are you sort of like, has your school not let you back into the dorms because of coronavirus? The Walmart ones are pretty good. Yeah. And they have a lot more pages than like the Moleskine ones and the Lecturnum and the Archer and Olive. They're really pretty, but they're so expensive. And I just can't see myself paying that much for one journal that is going to be used up in 6 months to 8 months. I just can't do that. So, yeah. Let's see. Angelina Alley Cat says that's cool. Yeah, the Walmart ones, definitely. Barbara Howard, hello. We are actually winding up our stream, but we are obsessing over bullet journals and what we can and can't do in them and cheap supplies. Your bullet journal from last year looks better than this year's. Well, you know, this year is just, this year is a mess. So don't blame yourself for that. Yep. It's okay. The organized part is what got you too, since you never knew where to put things. Yeah, so that's the thing. And one of the reasons why I started at the front of my journal with the calendar stuff, and then I realized that I started working from the back of the journal with everything else. So I had like my pin swatches and the washi tape, which I guess are kind of collections of stuff. But then I started putting the like my analysis for the videos and whatnot in the back, because I didn't want to put them sort of like in the middle. I was like, oh, I'm going to come back to this, and I don't know how many pages the calendar is actually going to take up, because right now I don't need as much space for my weekly spread. So I'm doing 1 week for 1 page. But when things go back to normal-esque, I will want to do a week over the 2 pages. And so I didn't know exactly how much space that I would need for the actual calendar. So I have like this much is dedicated to, I have like stickies, post-it notes for my calendar, my monthly and weekly spreads, but those may move around. And so I may need more of what's left. And so since I didn't know, I just started working from the back towards the middle. And so that's currently working for me. And then I've got like instead of doing more tabs, I've gotten washi tape that I've just wrapped around the edge for like pages that I'm going to come back to often, because I've got like I need to stop saying like, I've got my daily YouTube stats that I'm trying to track for analysis purposes. So I've got things like that. And then I've got my writing and read through check off parts that I'm going to come back to often. So, I mean, it's kind of like make it whatever you want. So, yeah, so keep faith, baby. You're in Bulgaria because of COVID, but you're normally a student in France. So all your things are in France. Oh no. Coming to realize why you may have stopped. Yeah. I like seeing everybody else's too, and I get like super jealous of their like artistic skills. But yeah, so sorry you missed the stream. Well, we're glad you popped in. You just got a traveler's notebook. Okay. And I've seen some of those too, and I was intrigued by them, but I just feel like a lot of the little ones maybe are too small for me, and I would likely lose them, because if I didn't have my head and I didn't require glasses, they would be who knows where. It's just kind of like, yeah. Got your Bujo from Monoprix or Monoprix. It has 100 pages. You think it was a little less than €5. Oh, that's a nice price, actually. Bujo that Angelina is using, it was $15 from Staples. So for sure better than Moleskine. Yeah, Moleskine is really outrageously expensive for how few pages that go in it. If you put more work and time to improve it to get better. But yeah, well, and the thing about bullet journal is that it's supposed to be completely customizable to you. So if you spend more time on it that you don't enjoy, then you're doing something wrong, I guess, is sort of like because it's meant for you to be kind of like this, like quick and dirty calendar and checklist and things that you need to remember. And especially for those of us who actually like the writing down aspect of things that help us like stick it in our brain. But if you're spending all the time decorating it and not actually using it to help you remember things, then it's kind of lost its purpose. Yeah, well, none of us can type sometimes, let's be honest. Like, all you have to do is look at the typos and the red squiggly lines. So, yeah. Alrighty. Well, it is 3:16. Thank you so much for joining me today and making some progress. So I I found a better first line for the book today, thanks to y'all and talking it over with you. And I have edited and revised at 1,200 words today, which is great. So I'm excited about the progress that we have made today. And so, yeah, I will be back on Sunday, 2 to 4, maybe 2 to 5, depending on how we feel. And so, yeah, so hopefully you can join me then too. And let's see, Barbara's Traveler's Journal is a set of 3. One's lined, one's blank, and one's grid. Oh, nice. Okay, so that's an option if you want a variety of page types. Yes, thank you for coming. And I hope everyone has a wonderful day as well. Stay safe and have a good weekend. And I will hopefully see some of y'all on Sunday for some more productivity. If not, I will be back normally Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 to 3 next week. So yes, you use Google Docs most since you know you will lose stuff. Yeah, sometimes that happens. But yes, writing down does help me remember. So that's why I started using the bullet journal and agenda again. So yay. So this was fun. Thank you very much. I appreciate everybody joining me, and I will see y'all later. Bye.